Today I'm going to show you how to make a slab cup just like what you see right here. Really simple, really cool, very easy. Let's get started. What you first got to get, I'm going to give you a piece of clay that looks like this right here, a solid block. What you're wanting to do is you want to make what's called a slab. Just like a slab on a house or a brick slab, you're going to get it looks like this. All you want to do is you're going to take these, put it beside these pieces of sticks beside it, take a clay pin, and you're going to roll it back and forth to stretch this piece of clay out, okay? Roll it forwards and backwards. Okay, every once in a while you might have to kind of move your sticks out a little bit, but the idea is to make it as long as possible. Really put some pressure on it. Okay, don't try to roll too much at one time, but you do have to make this stretch out. If it gets longer to where you can't reach it, you can always push these down. Ooh, yeah, it'll grab on you some. So now I can come back down this way, try to roll this out this way. But ideally what it's doing is as you're rolling, you're only letting your clay get as high as these right here, okay? All right, so that looks pretty good. Stretched out piece of clay almost. Okay, that's gonna work. That's gonna be my slab, okay? Now I gotta get to the size of it. The size of the slab is gonna be used on this template right here. This template will give you a cup that's going to be this size, like I showed you a while ago, okay? So we're gonna take this, we're gonna set that on there. Use any tool you want to. Take it, place it down there, maybe move it back a little bit. Trace out the shape. Okay, real simple so far. Okay, trace out the shape, move that, then actually cut it. And when you cut it, save these other pieces of the slab right here. We're gonna set those aside. We'll use those later. Okay, I'll cut that, save that too. Depending on the size of your slab, you might be able to save a couple pieces. So all that's out of the way. So there's my slab right there. And now I'm ready to build my cup, okay? Now you might want to at this step stop and put you a stamp on there. Let's say I'm in the house of Corona. I want to put a Corona stamp on there. I can take it, really press it in good, okay? Boom. Now I've got my Corona cup. If I want to do whatever stamps I can from there, okay? Now in the next part, what you're going to do here is you're going to actually take this slab and pick it up. Okay, as I pick it up, now it's like a piece of paper. To make your cup, all you do is you just twirl it and bend it around like this right here, and you let one side overlap the other, okay? Now where those two overlap, remember we're attaching two pieces of clay, we're going to need to score, okay? So you want to put you some cuts on here, okay? Put it on this side as well. Notice my clay isn't super wet. You want this to be able to stand up. If you put a lot of water, you're going to have a lot of issues trying to fight your clay to make it stand up. Okay, rub it with a little water on both sides. Then I'm going to take these two pieces, sandwich them together. Okay, pushing real good, make sure there's no air in there. And then I'm just going to blend a little bit. This just makes it, remember, put a hand on this, so you don't have some kind of ugly looking edge. Okay, boom, so I got that together. So now I got the shape of my cup, right? But it needs a bottom because it has no bottom, has no hole in it. So for our bottom, what we're going to do is if you have clay left over, you can do this with. If not, you could take some of your other clay and mush it up. Save a piece though if you run into a long piece like this. Save that. We're going to use that for a handle. But this right here appears to work. All we do is we want to take our cup, set it on the clay. You can either set it on top or on the bottom. I prefer the bottom. And then you just trace around the outline of your cup. Okay? Get it to the shape you actually want it in. Alright, and then just once again trace around it. Okay, and we're going to do just like we did last week with our coil pots. This is going to be our base, okay? So anytime, once again, we're attaching stuff with clay. I'm going to lift this out of the way so you can see it. Okay, we're attaching two pieces of clay. We got to make sure that we score really well. Remember, this is where our juice and stuff's going to be at on the bottom, so we want to make sure that we have a good seal here because you don't want to drink out of your cup and your juice spill or milk or Coke. Okay, so put a couple cuts everywhere. As rough as you can get that. Don't cut it in the center. Remember, you want to leave that pretty clean because you don't want to have to clean your cuts out later. Give it a little bit of moisture. Okay, you're good to set your cup on there. Give it a little wiggle to make sure it's all down good. Okay, and then to attach this, what I do is I pick everything up and turn it over. That way I can actually see my bottom. And then I just go around making sure everything's down good. I actually take them where these two meet right here. You want to blend that in really well. Remember, that's going to be the part. If you end up with a little bit of extra hanging over, you can cut it off. It's all up to you. But you want that a really good seal. Remember, that's where if a cup's going to leak, more than likely it's going to leak right there. Okay, so I'm going to get that all blended in good. All right, now I've got my base of my handle or my pot. Okay, only thing I need is, if it's going to hold hot stuff, I want a handle to hold it with, okay? So to put a handle on, all you do is you take another piece of this slab right here, okay? It's already flat. I'm gonna use this piece because this looks a little bit better for me. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna cut it into a strip. The wider the handle, the bigger the hand. That's pretty big for me. I want it to fit like right there so I can hold it right. So that's kind of big. So I'm gonna take it, cut it down to maybe something like that right there. That looks like that might fit a little bit better. You might have enough handles to share with your friend, but that seems to fit better, okay? Then to put my handle on, okay, I'm gonna turn it. I want mine so when I hold it, I want my Corona to show when I drink out of it, and I drink with my right hand. So I'm gonna put it right here, okay? Now you'll notice right away, if I do it this big, my handle's that's a big handle, okay? You can either attach it on the end right here. I'll take mine and bend it a little bit so that way I have that flat area. Once again, we're attaching 2 pieces of clay. We wanna score where we're gonna put it, or on the piece we're putting on, and where we're gonna put it at, okay? Remember, handles are gonna support a lot of weight. Give yourself some good score marks. Take, support from the inside, push that right on. Now from here you can choose to blend that little section in if you want to right there. It's up to you if you have time to do it. I recommend it. If not, we're running out of time, don't worry about it. Okay, then from there just take your handle, bend it around any which way you want to make it work. Cut a piece off if that's too long and you don't like that fancy doodad at the end. Cut that doodad off. Okay, boom. Change my handle. I do want my hand to be able to fit in there, so make sure you can actually grab yours. Okay, when you got it where you want it, all you got to do is you just got to score it right here. It's where I want it. I'm going to pull that to the side. I'm going to score it. Okay. Score it underneath if possible. Since it's already attached right there, I'm just going to do this right here and stick mine on there. Make sure you're supporting underneath. And then you're pretty much made. Now from there, any other kind of cosmetic stuff, if you see wrinkles, anything where you need to go back and blend, straighten things up, if you want to actually go back and add textures to the outside of this, all that's fine, okay? But maybe I like this swirly thing and I want to come and put a swirly doodad all the way around on mine, I can, okay? Once again, that's all up to you. That's how you create your mug. You go for whatever. And remember, last but not least, this handle will not support this cup. Don't try to pick it up by the handle or it's going to come off. That's it, hit stop.